everyone. Welcome to Express. Express for the people. That's you. And here I am, your host, Carolyn. As you know, this show, our goal is to help others to share their stories to people who need hope or frustrated, sad, wounded for whatever reason. And here we are today to do another show to make that goal be fulfilled. Before I go any further, remember to show, share, and to subscribe. And for those who have just stopped by, maybe by accident, no, don't go, don't go. We have a guest here that everyone needs to hear. You are going to be at the edge of your seat. So let me go on before I say anything else. My guest name today is Tawana Williams. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Well, it's not a little. And as you know, I do not cut anyone's bio. I say it as it is because they're alive now. Let's hear their story or hear their bio, what they've done in the world, so we can enjoy them and give them their flowers. So I'll start. Tawana was born without arms and impaired use of her legs. She's an award-winning, national acclaimed keynote motivational speaker, TV personality, author, artist, mentor, executive producer, businesswoman, former talk show and radio show host, humanitarian, and CEO. She's a highly sought after speaker with a powerful and uplifting message for all generations. Her compelling story is one of triumph and perseverance and determination. She's overcome many obstacles and has never let her disability stop her. Tawana is the first Black thalidomide baby in the US that became Les Brown's Platinum National Speaker in 2004. She is the author of 7 books, including her classic Unarmed but Dangerous, the Tawana Williams story. This book is her personal testimony as she tells her heroic true life love story of overcoming challenges in her upcoming debut movie. She became a professional speaker in 1996 and travels the country with her husband, Toby, speaking in schools, churches, daycares, youth programs, boys and girls club, nursing home, prisons, drug rehab centers, veterinarian associations, university colleges, corporations, and organizations. Tawana's mission is to give hope, inspiration to those facing adversities and challenges while teaching them how to cope in any situation. Tawana, she has featured on the Jerry Springer Show, sharing her story of how she beat the odds, the Judge Hatchett Show, to mentor a troubled teens, the Word Network, Mana Express TV, TCT TV, Atlanta Live, Lifetime TV, the 700 Club, Spectrum TV, Your World with the Craigford Donna, and many other TV programs. She has been interviewed by Oprah's producers twice by telephone. Her story has been told in numerous magazines throughout the country. She is a former speaker person for the Agape Gospel Academy in Atlanta, Georgia from 2008 to 2011. Tawana Williams is the Hope Coach. Did you hear that? Hope, spell HOPE, coach. That's what we want here. That is our goal, to give people hope. And she is teaching others how to live a life with no more excuses. Her dreams are to produce her motivational reality show and executive producer of her documentary. Currently, she's the executive producer of her upcoming debut movie. We will talk more about that later. Eagles without wings, no excuses. Everyone can fly. The Tawana Williams story. How to get involved, we will tell you that later. But she resides in Wilson, North Carolina with her husband, Toby. Now, that has been a long story and you haven't heard half. But we are going to go on and get her in the studio. So, let us give a hand for Miss Tawana. Welcome, 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 Tawana.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, you don't know. You don't know. I'm just so excited having you here with us today to
Yay, me
share your
too.
story.
Thank you. Me too. I'm always excited. Woo woo. I'm
Yes,
excited.
yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. I'm excited.
Awesome, awesome. Listen, I know you have a story here, and I just want to keep going. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and as I ask you the questions, you add, even if it's not pertaining to the question, you can just, if it fits in, you just add on to it, and we'll just pick up as you go along. But my first question I'm going to ask you: tell us little bit about your family and where you were born. Give us
Well,
an idea.
first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Hope Coach Tawana Williams, your messenger of hope, help, and inspiration. And I was blessed to be born without arms and impaired use of my legs due to the drug thalidomide that
Wow.
was given to my mother during pregnancy. Then my mother told me there was nothing that I could not do. And I believed my mama. I believed her. And I had a grandma Rogers that did not play with me. And when I was 4.5 years old, grandma looked me in the eyes and she said, T, you must not have needed arms because God didn't give them to you. She said, nothing's missing. If you don't have it, then you don't need it.
Did it.
And
Wow.
those words continue to resonate throughout my soul. And yes, I've overcome some major adversities and challenges throughout my life. I was gang raped many years ago during a home invasion, raped by my stepfather. I was addicted to crack and cocaine for 10 long years. I've experienced abortion, motherhood, a stroke, a mild heart attack, and COVID 19. So I
Mhm.
know that I'm here to give you hope and to help you overcome whatever adversities and challenges you may be facing in your life. And that's why I am unarmed but dangerous and an eagle without wings. Woo woo! That's who I
Whoa.
am. That's
Awesome.
who I am.
Awesome. 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 Mercy,
Yes,
mercy.
yes. And I grew up in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Um, in the DC area. I have three sisters. My mom, she was just that force in my life that let me know that I could do anything but fail. And I am so super excited and grateful that I had a mom that was attentive, that loved me unconditionally. And
Yes. Yes.
that's my story.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Wow. Wow.
yes.
Yes. So you had these challenges, but how hard was these challenges to grow up without arms?
You
How
know,
hard is it? Tell me.
yeah, it was hard, yes, it was hard. It's hard enough, in life as it is with all your limbs or all your faculties, or but it was hard for me. It was challenging for me, especially as a child. I mean, I was picked on, laughed at, teased, talked about, ridiculed, mistreated on a
Mm.
daily basis until I realized who I was and
Mhm.
the power that I possess and what God said about me. I found out one day, long time ago, Miss Carolyn, that
Yeah,
I was fearfully and wonderfully made by God, just like you. So
yeah.
I just started moving in that part, just realizing that I had everything I needed to move forward. So, I just said, okay, Tawana, let's go get it. It's on and popping now. And that's what I did. I just moved forward. I kept moving forward. I trusted God. I'm not moved by what I see, what I feel, what I think, or what I hear. I trust God for all things pertaining to Tawana Williams. And you need to be doing the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. You know what God said about you. So I challenge you today to get up and get your stuff back and start moving in your purpose and in your greatness, because there's nothing so great about me. I just told God yes. I just said I'm gonna do something bigger than me in my life, and I did it. And you can do it too. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Woo woo. Yes.
Wow, wow. Now, you said that as you were growing up, life was a little hard for you, and I can just imagine.
Yeah.
But how did you sort of like maneuver, like doing things because you didn't have arms? Did someone have to teach you, or you just like work made it happen?
Well, when I was a baby, I was about 11 and a half months old, or a little earlier than that.
Yeah.
My mom was reaching out to different social services and different entities for help, because
Right.
she didn't know how to train a baby without arms. So she kept seeking, but nobody would help her. So um, lo and behold, my mom sat down and wrote a letter to President John F. Kennedy in 1963, and she told him in that letter, we're poor. I have a baby that was born without arms. We're black. We this, we that, and she said, I need help. And so a couple of weeks later, he wrote her back and
Oh,
and said, we'll help you. We'll help your daughter. Come to a facility. It's called the Duke Cerebral Palsy Hospital in Durham, North Carolina, and you will be taken care of. That's what the letter said. That's what the president did. He intervened in my life, and my life has never been the same. Yes, they trained me how to use my feet. They trained me how to maneuver, how to make things happen. It was in me already, but
ready.
they
Right.
just they just kind of helped me master what I already had.
Right.
And I stayed there from 11 and a half months old till I was 4.5 years old. And then I moved to Washington, D.C. with my family. But
Okay.
yeah, it was it was a challenge, but I figured it out, and I still figure it out. That's my middle name, Tawana Figure It Out Williams. When I don't know how to do it, guess what?
You
God knows.
figure it
I
out.
figure it out, and I make things happen. Woo,
Happen.
woo. Yes, yes,
Yes, yes, yes, yes.
yes.
Tell us a little bit about that drug, that thalidomide. I always
Thalidomide.
yeah, thalidomide. Tell us a
Thalidomide
little
was
about what you know about it, and maybe someone on here really didn't know. Maybe just give us a little idea what they told you.
yeah. Well, um, it was introduced from Germany. It was created in Germany,
Mm,
and it was not FDA approved, and the doctors were just passing it out to their clients and their patients. And like I said, my mom was given the thalidomide from her doctor because of morning sickness and nausea when she was pregnant with me,
mm,
and that was his pill of, I guess, of comfort.
to help.
He gave it to her in a sample, just said, here, take this, it'll help. He had no idea the effects, the side effects of that drug. But the devil meant my life for evil, but look what
Oh,
God have
do turn it
done.
around for
Look
good.
how God created me to soar. Like, like I'm soaring right now. I'm unarmed but dangerous, and I'm an eagle without wings. And can't nobody do that but God. My God, my God. I'm excited about my life. The little man came to kill me, but guess what? God came
Turn it
to
around.
push me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
To
yes.
love me, to show me that all things are possible when I believed. And that's what I do. That's how I move in my being. That's how I continue to give hope and let people know that all things are possible, even though I don't have arms, So I move on what I do have. I'm not focused on what I don't have. I focus on what I do have. I move forward in my life every day of my life. I learn how to adapt, how to adapt in any situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm self-driven and self-motivated to move forward. And that's why I am the hope coach and unarmed but dangerous. I'm just saying that's who I am.
Okay. So you're saying now, for someone who is looking, watching this show, and they maybe have a leg amputated, maybe they can't see, maybe all these other things that could be happening to someone who never had it. They weren't really born with it, but all of a sudden something happened. What would your encouragement be? And I know you might go repeat, just repeat what you've
Yeah,
said, but
yeah,
you're talking to someone out there now who is just feeling, maybe even want to commit suicide.
yeah, yeah. Well, for me, challenges, my word about challenges come to make you strong,
Strong.
ladies and gentlemen. That's your strength. you know After overcoming all of the adversities and challenges that I faced throughout my almost 60 years of life. May 23rd, I will be celebrating 60 years. And
Oh,
the
God.
doctors told my mom that I would not live to be
Oh,
2 weeks old. Then
mercy.
they said, well, if she lives, she'll never walk. I started walking at the age of 2 years old. Yes, I had some
Oh,
challenges of walking. Yes, the balancing was an issue for me. But guess what? I'm walking. Then they said, the doctor said, well, if she lives, she'll never, if she don't walk, she'll never have children. Wrong again. My daughter April is almost 37 years old, and the seed
oh,
continues with my grandbabies. So I'm just saying, challenges come to make you strong. So I have 3 tips to help you to move forward with challenges, because I had to create some significant changes that I had to make in my life. So I'm going to give you some change uh aspects, some ways to change, some ways to move forward, because challenges come to make you strong. The first significant change that I had to make in my life was I had to change my mindset, ladies and gentlemen. My
change.
thinking had to change first, to the yes things, to the possibilities, to the I can things in life. Because my husband told me, he says your mind is the most powerful asset you'll ever own. Neglect to use it, and somebody else will choose it and use it for you. My
Wow.
God. They'll tell you what to do, how to do it, what time to do it. And I'm saying challenges come to make you strong. So change your mindset. The second significant change that I had to make was I had to change the company that I kept. You see, there are some people in your life right now that mean you no good too. They are toxic, they are negative, they are doubters and haters. So I want you to start removing them right now from your life. I'm just saying, because God is bigger than that. God is better than that. So I'm telling you to make some changes in your life. Change the company that you keep. You know,
Yes.
you see, when God supernaturally delivered me from my crack cocaine addiction in 1991, um, I couldn't hang around crackheads anymore. I couldn't hang around people that were alcoholics or do nothing toxic people anymore. I couldn't do it. You know,
Mhm.
I had to make some serious, significant changes for me, and I did it. And you can do it too. So change the company you keep, ladies and gentlemen. And the third significant change that I had to make was I had to change the way I saw myself. I had to see, I saw myself small back then. I had to see myself big. I had to see myself great. I had to see myself strong. I'm only 4, 5.5 inches tall. I'm just saying I'm a little mama. But guess what? I had to get tough, firm, and bold about who I was and what God said about me. I started stopping by the mirror on a daily basis, ladies, and kissing myself early in the morning, telling, myself what God said about me. I'm just saying, I affirm myself every day. I encourage myself every day. I say, Tawana Williams, you are the bomb.com. Girl, you better do the thing. And it worked. I started speaking power
Wow.
over me, over my life. Don't you know that words have power? They
Yes.
can kill your dreams or build your dreams. So I'm telling you today, create some significant changes in your life. That's what I had to do. And it works. It worked, and it's still working on a daily basis for me because I made a choice that I was going to do something about my life.
Yes, yes, yes. So, who are some of the people that helped you, while you were growing up, and like you would call them heroes?
Yeah.
Who are some of those people?
Well, of course, my husband Toby is my biggest
Yes, we have to talk
cheerleader.
about that man of yours, Mr. Toby.
Yes, my husband
Wow.
Toby. We've been married um 31 years. Christmas Day will be 32 years this year coming up. We've been together 34 years, but we've been friends over 53 years. We were childhood friends.
Friends.
Yes, yes. So, it's just
What
a
a
blessing
story. What
to
a
be able
story.
to love my childhood friend. But my husband Toby is, that force in my life that
Yeah.
pushes me. He's my pusher man when I get tired, when I get weary, when I get weak. Toby shows up every time. Woo woo. Yes, and then my grandma Rogers,
Yes.
who passed away in 1999, excuse me, 1999, and I miss her so much, but she was another force in my life that just said, Tawana, you can do it. She called me T. She said, T, you can do it. You could do anything. Let me show you. And she'd show it to me. She'd show me one time, and then I'd get that thing. And then, my mom, my three sisters that pushed me and made me learn to figure things out with no instructions nor directions. I just had to move on the thing. Then I got my mentor, Les Brown, Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
Joe Dudley, another friend of mine, my life coach, Art Dokes, my faith partners, Pastor Chad and his wife, Pastor Tara. So we got so many people in my life that are forces in my life that push me. Dr. Creflo Dollar and his wife, Pastor Taffy. And I could go on and on and on, but we've got so many people that have pushed me, my heroes, my pusher men and women that said, Tawana, you got this. And
Yeah,
so now I know that I got
got it.
this. And I just keep moving and keep pushing and keep giving hope to people because that's all I know. This is my passion. This is what we've done for over 26 years. Uh, August will be 27 years that my husband Toby and I we've been traveling the country, and 9.5 of those 26 years we did it for free, because it's my passion. This
Yeah.
is it. This is what I was born to do, and I know that now. I don't get a disability check because disability can't pay me what I'm worth. I move and I
Wow.
created. I
Wow.
created the life that I wanted to live,
Wow.
and you can do it too. Yeah, I'm talking to you, ladies and gentlemen. Anything's possible when you trust God and you believe. My God, my God.
Wow.
Mm,
Wow.
mm, mm, mm,
Wow.
mm, mm. Hallelujah.
Wow. Well, the question I was going to ask was, but you've answered it so many times, so many. is what motivates you. What motivates you, but you've answered it. You really have been answering that question. Every
Yeah,
time you open your mouth, you answer it. The last time was that you trust God. That's
yeah,
that's what you just said.
yeah. But you know
That's
what?
those things. Mhm.
You know what, Carolyn? I'm sorry. The what motivates me really is
Mhm.
when I see lazy, slack, slowful, complaining people that have everything
Thing.
but
Whoa,
do
whoa,
nothing with what
whoa.
they have. You
That's deep.
know,
That's deep.
I
That's
get
true.
tired of people complaining and making excuses. You know, I get tired of hearing that. You know, we got to learn to live the excuses at the altar. Leave them here. Leave your excuses at the altar. You
Mm,
know, wherever your altar may be on this morning or
mm.
today, at your sofa, at your bedside, your kitchen table, wherever you may be when you come with excuses, I want you to leave them there because excuses don't hide, they just reveal who you really are. My God. I'm going to say that again.
Yes.
Excuses don't hide, they just reveal who you really are. And my motto is and will always be excuses or results. You can't have both.
Um,
You choose, my God. You choose today. I could have easily created a list of 1,000,001 legitimate excuses, Carolyn. But
yes.
guess what? That's not who I am. That's not how God created me to be. I am the hope coach, and I was born to win. I was born to motivate people. That's why I was created. So I could help you and you and you. So I'm telling you today, get up and get your stuff back. Because there's a book in you too.
Yeah.
There's a ministry in you too. There's a story in you too. We all have a story. But what are you going to do with your story? I made a choice. I made a conscious decision a long time ago that I was going to do something with my story. I put it in a book called Unarmed but Dangerous,
Trust.
the Tawana Williams story of relentless struggle and ultimate victory. And I made a choice that I was going to do something, that I was going to push people, that I was going to let people know that they can do it too. So I'm just saying, what motivates you, ladies and gentlemen? What motivates you to get up and do something for your life, in your life? What's in your hands? How about that? What's in your hands? See, I don't have physical hands. You see, I don't have arms. I don't have hands. But what's in yours? What is it that God told you to do a long time ago, but you have not done it? Think about that for a moment. Then shame on you if you have not done it. If you're not ready to do it, shame on you because I'm moving. I'm doing my thing. I'm doing exactly what God told me to do. So I'm challenging you today.
Wow.
Get up, my
This
God.
is a good place to end this part one.
Yes.
Tana, you got tears in my eyes.
Amen. It's all good. It's all good.
What's in my hand? What's in your hand?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's in your hand, people? What's in your hand?
My God.
What's in my hand?
Yeah.
That's the question. We'll be back for part two. Thank you.